Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. In this video, we're going to tell the inspiring story of how a kid created Nike from $0. Phil Knight, the co-founder of Nike, had humble beginnings and faced many challenges on his journey to success. But through hard work, determination, and a bit of luck, he managed to create one of the most iconic brands in the world. Before we get into the video, please make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Phil Knight was born in Portland, Oregon in 1938. His father, William Knight, was a lawyer and his mother, Lotta Knight, was a homemaker. Growing up, Phil was a shy and introverted child who often felt overshadowed by his older brother, who was a star athlete. However, Phil found his own passion in running and became an avid runner himself. Phil attended Cleveland High School where he excelled academically and on the track. He was a state champion in the mile run and earned a scholarship to the University of Oregon, where he continued to run track and cross country. It was during his time at university that he developed a love for sneakers and began to dream of creating his own brand. After graduating from the University of Oregon, Phil served in the Army for a year, where he was stationed in Fort Lewis, Washington. Following his service, he enrolled in Stanford University's Graduate School of Business, where he earned his MBA in 1962. After completing his MBA at Stanford University, Phil Knight was unsure of what he wanted to do next. He decided to travel the world, including a trip to Japan. It was during this trip that he had the idea for Nike. While in Japan, Phil discovered a brand called Onitsuka Tiger, which was known for its high-quality sneakers. He was impressed by the design and construction of the shoes and saw an opportunity to import them to the US and sell them under his own brand. He believed that American consumers would appreciate the quality and craftsmanship of Japanese sneakers and that there was a gap in the market for a new sneaker brand. Upon his return to the US, Phil contacted Onitsuka Tiger and managed to secure a deal to become the sole distributor of their sneakers in the US. He founded Blue Ribbon Sports, BRS, with his former track coach, Bill Bowerman, in 1964, with just $1,200 each. They began by selling Onitsuka Tiger sneakers out of the trunk of Phil's car at track meets. The initial sales were slow, and they faced many challenges, including dealing with unresponsive suppliers and not having enough cash flow. However, Phil was determined to make the brand a success. He started traveling to different track meets across the country to sell the sneakers and build relationships with athletes and coaches. He also began to experiment with different marketing strategies, such as placing ads in running magazines. As the business began to grow, Phil realized that he needed to differentiate BRS from other sneaker brands in the market. He decided to create his own line of sneakers under the Nike brand, using the same high-quality materials and construction techniques as the Onitsuka Tiger shoes. The company hired a graphic design student, Carolyn Davidson, to create a logo for the new brand. She came up with the famous swoosh logo, which has since become one of the most recognized logos in the world. In 1965, Phil realized that he needed to focus on the business full-time if he wanted to make it a success. He quit his job as an accountant and moved to California to run BRS. Bill continued to work as a track coach and helped design and improve the sneakers. As the business began to grow, Phil decided to open a retail store in Santa Monica, California in 1966. The store was called Blue Ribbon Sports and was the first retail location for the company. The store sold a range of sneakers, including the Onitsuka Tiger sneakers and other brands such as Adidas and Puma. However, the Nike brand had not yet been created. Phil's trip to Japan had given him valuable insights into the sneaker industry and the design of high-quality sneakers. He wanted to create his own line of sneakers under the BRS brand to compete with other sneaker companies. He worked closely with Bill to design and improve the sneakers, using the same high-quality materials and construction techniques as the Onitsuka Tiger shoes. In 1971, the company changed its name to Nike after the Greek goddess of victory and began producing its own line of sneakers. The first Nike shoe was called the Nike Cortez and was designed by Bill Bowerman. The shoe featured a unique waffle pattern on the sole, which provided better traction on the track. The company faced several challenges in the early years of producing its own line of sneakers. They had to compete with established brands such as Adidas and Puma, and they struggled to keep up with the demand for their shoes. They also faced financial difficulties as they had to pay for the production of the shoes upfront and wait for payment from retailers. In 1971, Blue Ribbon Sports changed its name to Nike and began producing its own line of sneakers. However, the brand did not truly take off until 1987 when it underwent a major rebranding. The rebrand was the result of a collaboration between Nike and a Portland-based advertising agency called Whedon plus Kennedy. The agency was tasked with creating a new advertising campaign that would help differentiate Nike from other sneaker brands in the market. The campaign that the agency came up with was called Revolution. The centerpiece of the campaign was a TV commercial that featured a young man running through the streets while being chased by a group of people. The commercial ended with the tagline, "Nike, just do it." The tagline has since become one of the most recognized advertising slogans in the world. The Revolution campaign was a huge success, and it helped to establish Nike as a brand that stood for excellence, innovation, and daring. The campaign's emphasis on pushing oneself to the limit and overcoming obstacles resonated with athletes and non-athletes alike. The rebranding also included a new logo for the company. The famous swoosh logo that had been created by graphic design student Carolyn Davidson in 1971 was retained, but it was given a new, sleeker look. The logo is now one of the most recognizable logos in the world and is synonymous with the Nike brand. The success of the Revolution campaign and the rebranding of the Nike brand helped to propel the company to new heights. The brand's commitment to innovation and quality has allowed it to stay at the forefront of the sneaker industry, and its products continue to be worn by athletes and fashion enthusiasts around the world. Nike's breakthrough moment came in the mid-1980s when the company signed a young basketball player named Michael Jordan to an endorsement deal. At the time, Nike was still a relatively small player in the sneaker industry, and its competitors such as Adidas and Puma had already signed some of the biggest names in basketball, including Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Magic Johnson. However, Phil Knight saw an opportunity to sign a rising star who had the potential to be a game-changer for the brand. In 1984, Nike signed Michael Jordan to a 5-year, $2.5 million endorsement deal, the largest deal of its kind at the time. The Air Jordan sneakers that were created for Michael Jordan quickly became a sensation, both on and off the court. The shoes were designed to be lightweight and comfortable with a unique style that set them apart from other basketball shoes on the market. The Air Jordan sneakers also feature a bold, eye-catching design that was instantly recognizable. Jordan's success on the court and his charismatic personality helped to elevate the Nike brand to new heights. The Air Jordan sneakers quickly became a status symbol, and people would line up for hours to get their hands on a pair. The success of the Air Jordan line helped to establish Nike as a brand that stood for excellence, innovation, and daring. Nike's success with the Air Jordan line paved the way for other successful endorsement deals with athletes, including Tiger Woods, Kobe Bryant, and LeBron James. Nike also expanded its product line to include apparel, accessories, and equipment, and the brand's commitment to innovation and quality has helped it stay at the forefront of the sneaker industry. Since its founding, Nike has experienced significant growth and has become one of the most recognizable and successful brands in the world. The company's commitment to innovation, quality, and marketing has helped it to stay at the forefront of the sneaker industry and expand into new markets. One of the keys to Nike's growth has been its focus on research and development. The company invests heavily in developing new technologies and materials for its products. For example, Nike has developed Nike FlickKnit, a seamless fabric designed to fit like a second skin, and Nike React, a foam cushioning technology that provides exceptional comfort and support. These technologies have helped Nike stay ahead of the competition and maintain its position as a leader in the sneaker industry. Another key to Nike's growth has been its marketing strategy. Nike has consistently produced high-quality and memorable advertising campaigns that have helped to establish the brand as a symbol of excellence and innovation. For example, the Just Do It campaign, which was launched in 1988, has become one of the most iconic and recognizable advertising slogans in the world. Nike has also signed endorsement deals with some of the world's most famous athletes, including Michael Jordan, Tiger Woods, and LeBron James, which has helped to increase brand recognition and establish Nike as a brand associated with success and achievement. In addition to its success in the sneaker industry, Nike has also expanded into new markets. The company has developed a range of apparel, accessories, and equipment, and has established itself as a leader in these markets as well. Nike has also expanded into new regions, including Asia and Europe, and has successfully adapted its products and marketing strategies to appeal to local customers. Today, Nike is a global brand with a presence in over 190 countries. The company employs over 75,000 people worldwide and has annual revenues of over $40 billion. Despite its size, Nike continues to innovate and push the boundaries of what is possible in the sneaker and sportswear industries. Thanks for watching the story of Nike. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more great content like this. See you in the next video.